Brand equity. I think you have some idea as to what a brand is. A brand is the ideas and the image that comes into your mind whenever we think of something. Yes, I said something. I did not say a company. That is because everything has a brand and everything can be carefully branded, including you. Yes, you can also be branded. Equity, on the other hand, can mean different things in different settings. I already have a series titled Startup Investments. There I have a video titled Debt Financing versus Equity Financing. Equity in that sense is known as ownership of a company. But equity in the sense of brand equity is a little bit different. Brand equity literally means brand value. But equity sounds cooler, that's it. Brand equity means brand value. Now, before I continue, this video is brought to you by me. Brand equity is the idea that a well-known brand name will have more value in the market than a similar product. Different people have stated the idea differently. If you search it on Google saying what's the definition of brand equity, you will get a lot of definitions from a lot of sources. But the main idea of brand equity is that this will have more value than this. That's it. What is this? It is nothing. It can be a phone, it can be a brick, it can be a house, it can be the image of a door, it can be doorway to heaven, anything. But if it has a brand logo in front of it, it will have an attached value to it. There's more. I said it will have value. That does not always mean it will always have a positive value. A brand name can have a negative value as well. For example, if you found out that a well-known brand or restaurant chain has been reported to have a low quality food that has resulted in food poisoning of over hundreds of customers, that brand name will have a negative value to you. Of course it will. You don't want to have food poisoning. Now, if you find out that a brand has somehow contaminated the water source of a place, have been stealing water from drought-prone areas and selling it for massive profit, are on record for saying that drinking water is not a basic human right but a need, and have been illegally mining minerals from asteroids using wormhole technology that the general people of Earth do not even know yet, you are likely to think that the brand name will have a negative equity. These examples are absolutely hypothetical, of course. Surely there are no company in the real world that would keep the wormhole technology from us. We can use that technology to go to 51 Pegasi B, man. That would have been awesome. Alright, back from the tangent. The tangent was necessary. Companies can use their positive brand equity to their advantage. Apple already has their positive brand equity. Everybody knows that. People have been using Apple iPhone for a long time before the Apple smartwatch came out. It was a new product, but it has the brand name of Apple. The brand name will come with a message. The core message is, it is an Apple product. You are going to get the same quality that you get from the iPhones. And that is likely to attract more and more customers. But imagine a new company named Pineapple is thinking about launching their own branded smartwatches. What do you get from them? I am not saying that the product from Pineapple is worse, but they do not have the same brand equity that Apple has. If they release their product at the same time, it is pretty obvious that more people are going to buy Apple smartwatch. That is one advantage for having a good brand equity. Positive brand equity. Positive brand equity is going to allow a company to charge more from the customers than a lesser known brand. That part is pretty obvious. Another thing it can do is that the brand name has the power to significantly boost the stock price of any company. By any company, I mean any company that has a positive brand value. There are different ways of calculating brand equity. I don't like complicating my videos, but there are 3 things you need to know. These 3 things are going to help you understand the brand equity. First of all, you need to calculate the market share. There are a lot of ways of calculating market share of a company. The easiest way of doing that would be to calculate the earnings of the firm and finding out the earnings of the entire industry. That way, it is easy to find out the market share of a new company. Now, you might be thinking that how can you even find out the earnings of the entire industry? Well, it is super easy, barely any problem. There are companies like Nielsen that do exactly that. You just have to pay them a little bit of money and they will give you the entire dataset of the industry earnings. You also need to find out the relative price of your brand compared to the industry standard. It is also very easy to calculate. Divide the average price of the other brands that are competing with you with your own price. That's it. You will get the relative price ratio. You also need to find out if the customers are loyal or not. How long the customers are likely to stay loyal to you. How do you find that out? You have to check to see if the person buying from you buys from you again or not. That's it. It sounds like a difficult job, but it is also possible to figure out. Now, previously I said that a company like Nielsen has the data if you just pay them. The fun thing is that if you just pay them a little more, they are not only going to give you data, they will do all of the analysis for your company. You don't have to do a single thing. You just need to make your creative decision on what you want to do later based on that data. They will also provide you with information on what you should do. It's upon you to decide whether you should go with their suggestion or not. Alright, that is all I am going to talk about brand equity for now. If you want me to talk about something else, you can comment below. Before I go for the bonus section, I'd like to remind you that you can support this channel directly on Patreon by giving your hard-earned money to me. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. You can still support me by liking this video, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Now, time for bonus. For bonus today, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Battle of Adrianople. It took place in 9th August 378. It was a battle between the Romans and the Goths. Despite being confident with the battle strategy and superior numbers on the Roman side, they lost due to a huge number of reinforcements arriving for the Goths. One interesting fact I can mention is that it is likely that the Goths actually set fire to the grass to temporarily confuse and disable the Roman troops. It can be compared to gas attacks from today's day and age. Rome itself fell not that long after that point. Only 40 years later, the Goths went in and ransacked the Roman capital. But wait, there's more. Another bonus. Abdication means renouncing or abandoning your duties. It does not mean renouncing or abandoning your homeworks. It means royal subjects, duty of royal subjects and people from higher offices. Don't go to your parents and say that I am abdicating myself from my duties of studying. And that would be the official end of this video. Thanks a lot for watching if you are still watching. I really hope you learned something new today. And I would like to say goodbye for now. I'll be back.